here like, I can't keep up. I'm the queen of pivot,
girl,
restructure.
The queen. You're the queen. I thought I was bad. You're the queen of it.
You know, for me, like being a creative, like I feel like I've been an entrepreneur since I was like 17 because I didn't go to school where my parents wanted me to go, and I just like came to Atlanta and was like, I'm just gonna do what I wanted to do. And with that mindset, I've had to continuously figure it out. I feel like I've been good at a lot of different things and just deciding on like what's gonna really take me to that place of like success. So,
well, you know what? You're gonna get there.
Thank you.
Because I'm telling you, I've seen you grow from the boots.
Yes.
What was it?
The leg gloves.
Oh my God.
The leg gloves.
I still have those.
Yes. I gotta see you
Bring
wear
those back.
Okay, I am. I'm gonna circle back. I needed like $1 million to really do it how I wanted to do it.
Wow.
Well, I did a couple of business plans and I realized that I just didn't want it to be mom and pop. You know, I wanted to take it global, and I needed a lot of money in manufacturing. I was manufacturing in the United States, so that was already more expensive. Using genuine lambskin leather, that's expensive. And then it was costing me a lot of money to just educate people on how they supposed to rock them. Like you, obviously, you know how to do it. You're a fashion girl. Right. But the average person, even they didn't know how to do it. So I was sending stuff to different people, and they just didn't know how to make it do what it do.
Okay, well, that's why we're here.
Yeah, that's why we're here.
We're to the next
next
phase of your life. Okay.
Women of TmrO. Yeah. So Women of TmrO is something that I created. It's powered by TmrO, which is our marketplace application to help creatives find work and get paid as soon as tomorrow. Women of TmrO is to highlight the women. To highlight women that are positioning themselves for longevity and making impact for tomorrow. So women like yourself.
I love this.
Yeah.
Kayla.
Yes.
You know I'm all about women.
I know.
I am all about empowering women. It's something about women. I love.
What is it? Like, what is it in your soul and your spirit that always wants to champion women?
Because it's so hard for us. You know, it's really hard for us. And I want us to be successful.
Yeah.
You know, because most like the VPs, the presidents, the CEOs, like most of the time they're men.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, we're women, we're dope.
Yeah.
You know what? We can do this. So I'm always like trying to empower women. I'm always trying to do anything that I can to help them get to the next level.
Yeah, you definitely did that for me. Like even with my product is not cheap. And you were like, I'll take 2.
Yes.
Yeah, that meant a lot to me because everyone, you know, knows that you've been in the celebrity limelight, you know, your whole life or, you know, majority of your life. And you can get things for free. You can do a lot of things and not have to necessarily pay for it. But you like supported me.
Yes, I did.
And I was like, she's a genuine person.
Yes, I did. I did a photo shoot. I remember that. I still have that. I still have those photos.
Wait, send it to me.
I'll send it to you.
I remember we used the thigh high.
Yeah,
with the little short shorts.
I did.
Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, I wanted you kind of just like tell me, you've had a journey.
Yes.
Like where are you from?
I'm from Atlanta.
You're from Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta.
I don't know why I thought you were from California.
No, so I'm from Atlanta. I moved from Atlanta to Columbus, Ohio. And then from Ohio, I moved to LA and then back to Atlanta.
Okay, so where is home? Is home Atlanta? Have you always like loved Atlanta, or what do you like? Which city do you like best?
To be totally honest, I don't like any city in the U.S. I prefer to be out the country.
Where?
I love Italy.
Oh, really?
And I love South Africa.
Really?
Yeah, I love Africa.
I've never been.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God. It's such an experience.
So South Africa don't let me start. Is it Cape Town or what?
Yeah, Cape Town. I went to Joburg. I didn't stay in Soweto, but I visited Soweto.
Okay.
It was something about feeling free. It's an experience. It's something that you get. You feel like you're at home. You feel peace. It's just dope.
Yeah.
It is. I'm going to go to Ghana.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing about a lot of people in Ghana. Where are you going?
I'm going in I think I'm going to go in maybe April, May, but I'm going for sure in December.
Okay. What is that for? Is that work or play?
No, play, girl.
Okay.
I'm not going for work. I'm going for play.
Work is here in Atlanta.
Work is here in Atlanta.
So, would you ever would you consider like relocating actually? Like,
yes,
okay.
I would really consider that. But I have to do it on my level.
Yeah.
You know, I can't go, I got to be.
Yeah, you got to set it up.
Yeah, hopefully I will get married and I have my husband already there and successful and do it that way.
Okay.
Now, I don't want to just go by myself.
So marriage is in the future?
Marriage, yeah. I want to put that in the future, put that in the universe.
Because I know a lot of people don't. They're like, marriage, that's kind of outdated. We don't have to get married. We could just have a partnership.
Well, I think my definition of marriage to me might be different than what you think marriage means to you.
Yeah.
So I don't really have to have the typical church type of wedding.
Yeah.
You know, it just all depends on what me and my partner decide we want to do.
So you don't necessarily need the marriage license.
No, I don't.
But just like the commitment, the decision to be partners in life.
I'm down for that as well.
I feel that. Are you a people say hopeless romantic, but I say hopeful.
Oh,
hopeful romantic.
Most definitely.
Is that what you just believe in love?
I believe in love. I love love. I love love.
Yeah, me too.
I think that's why I get taken advantage of sometimes because I love it so much.
Yeah.
I think love is beautiful. Love is peace. Love is joy. God is love.
Yeah.
You know, people sometimes associate love with pain, and love is not pain.
Yeah.
God is not pain. You know?
Yeah. So what would you say to people that are saying that it's painful? I mean, I feel like heartbreak is painful. It's rough, right? Like,
it's rough. Yes, it's rough. But I just don't think that love is pain. Love is peace and joy. If you have a relationship with God or if you're spiritual, then you know what that feels like. To me, that's love.
So after any tough experience or relationship or something, how do you rebound, or how do you dust it off, or what is your perspective after that?
Well, for me, I had one really bad breakup.
Okay.
And for me, to be totally honest, I was lost but I still didn't say that love was painful. You understand? Because in that relationship, we had a loving relationship. It was beautiful. So for me, I had to get a therapist.
Okay.
So I got a therapist to help me through it because I think sometimes things in life can be so hard that we can't do it. We can't take it all, ourselves, and we need help. So for me, I was like, I need help.
Yeah.
And I reached out to my friends and I was like, I'm not okay.
Yeah.
I need your support.
Yeah.
And
your girlfriend.
My girlfriends, I needed their support, and my girlfriends are the best, and they helped me through it. With God, with my sister circle.
Yeah.
My best friends.
Yeah.
My family and therapists, I got through it.
Side note, I do need your therapist.
Yes.
So you're going to give that to me afterwards.
I will give it to you.
I was just talking to a friend yesterday about female friendships and how it's been really challenging for me to navigate and build female women friendships. But I realize in my life now that they are precious, and I want them and I need them. Have you always had that kind of circle? When did you start building it?
I've always had a great sisterhood circle. Like always. My girlfriends, I've been friends with them for over 20 plus years.
Wow. Did you meet them in business or like in happenstance? Like how did
my friends, I met most of them from my boutique.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I met them from the store like 20 years ago.
Wow.
So they were my customers and some of them worked for me, and that's still my circle. My two best friends, one of my best friends, Jen, I met her in Hawaii.
Okay.
And then my other best friend, Tracy, I met her through Juanita, one of my other girlfriends. And so
did y'all have what are the ups and downs look like with your female friends? Like, I'm sure there are moments. Was there ever moments of competition, or because I really want the wisdom.
Yeah.
I am really I want to be better at establishing, like, even with you, like, I've known you for several years.
Yes.
You're amazing. You've always been so sweet, and yet I still am so cautious because I'm kind of intimidated by trying to establish female relationships.
I get it because I've been there too. And it's hard. But I feel like my friends, we're never in competition with each other. We are, when I say sisterhood, we have a sisterhood. So it's like you wouldn't be in competition with your sister.
No.
You know, so it's like that. Like we're there for each other no matter what it is. You know, and everybody's successful. Everybody's very successful. So we don't have to worry about competition or competing because we just don't do that.
So is that how you kind of, how do you decide who you feel like is going to be your real friend and who is like, okay, I'm good on her?
Well, I think that time tells. You know, I think that the more time you spend with a person, the more time you get to know a person, I think that you know. I'm like, that I don't want her as my friend. And plus, where I am in my life, I don't want any new friends.
You don't want any
I got my circle.
Friends.
I got my circle. I'm good.
Yeah. So
I don't want any new friends. I just like, I have my, I have so many, I'm not going to say friends. I have a lot of associates, like friend associates.
Yeah.
But as far as my friend circle is very, very small, So
you really can't be on the outside of it looking in, trying to determine if someone's a good friend. You really have to get in there.
You have to get in there.
That's the scary part.
That's the scary part, but you have to do it. And I feel like we don't need a lot of friends. Now, we have a lot of associates, like friend associates, but when it comes to friends, I mean, that's a strong word.
Yeah. Can you count them on one hand?
I sure can. I don't have a lot of friends. I can count them on one hand.
So are there...
Maybe I can count on two hands.
Two hands.
But I only have two best friends. And then I have my ride or die.
Okay, your ride or die is not a part of your best friend?
That's my ride. She gonna ride with me till the wheels fall off. I think, your best friend's up here and then you got your ride, like she's riding. And then I have like, my god sisters, and then I have like, my friends. But I don't have a lot.
So before we go any further, you've done something amazing, and you've always been a pioneer. I remember going to your first store, Taste, and just being you had all of the best pieces. I still do. Yes, and I'm just like, okay, you were always just like the shit. I'm like, damn, this is a spot where where the artist shop, the women shop, and recently you published a book.
I did.
Tell me about it.
I wrote a book. It's called I Once Was Her, because I once was her. I'm no longer her. It's a raw look into my life. So I talk about it all. I talk about domestic violence. I talk about the mother and father issues. I talk about my son. I talk about relationships. So I talk about, because people don't really know my story.
Yeah.
So I tell my story in my book.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to tell my story my way.
Yeah.
And so for me, me writing the book was therapeutic for me.
Okay.
So
that was the inspiration.
It was.
Therapy.
Yeah, it was.
Did you feel like you were misunderstood? And was that a piece of why
No, because I never had to talk about my life. It was always about my son.
Yeah.
So it was always about him. But I just felt like, people, like a lot of people really respect me. And I'm like, you know what? And it wasn't easy for me.
Yeah.
So I wanted people to know that I went through some things and it's been hard and things wasn't handed to me. Like I worked for it.
Yeah.
And then the things that I went through trying to get to where I am today was rough.
Yeah. And you still have the sweetest spirit, the biggest heart. And I guess that's just something that's in you.
It's just in me. I can't that's just me. That's just, now I'm okay with, saying that's just me. Like I just have, I just want everybody to be able to live and joy and peace and, and I just think that that's important to choose yourself and to know your worth.
Yeah.
So I talk about that in the book because I wasn't taught that to, my parents raised me. I wasn't taught to know your worth. And most of us as young girls, like our the first man that we will love will be our father.
Yes.
And if our father didn't show us how to be loved, then normally we don't know what that is.
You don't.
So I never knew what it was. I thought love was pain. I thought it was pain. So I was in very abusive relationships because I thought that if a man would hit me or, talk to me in a disrespectful way, then I felt like that he loved me because I saw my mother go through that. And so I thought love was pain. And I see so many young girls saying that, like, they're in these relationships with these guys and they're like, you know what? I love pain. Love is pain. And I'm like, oh my God, that was me.
Yeah.
And I see that and that's like, oh my God, breaks my heart for a young girl to say love is pain. It's painful and
sad.
it's not.
It's not supposed to be that.
No, it's because what we saw growing up and what we experienced growing up.
What broke the cycle for you in a sense where you were like, this isn't that? Like what I saw growing up, that's not what it is. Like what was that like turning point?
I think for me, the last time that I got hit or beat, I looked in the mirror and I looked like the Elephant Man's sister.
Oh wow!
And my son had to see my face like that. He, and he was afraid. He was probably like maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? This is not it.
Yeah.
Because if somebody loved you that much, they would not do this to you.
Yeah. And a child's going to have the most innocent.
Oh my God, yes.
They're going to be like, whoa. And they're going to really show you this ain't right.
This isn't right. And plus I wanted something. I wanted to be a better mother, to my son. I wanted him to look up to me. And I was like, you know what? I got to do better. And so what I did was I had a plan. So I think that if you're ever in that situation, you have to have a plan and you have to talk to someone who can help you, execute that plan. So I was like, because I didn't have any money because he took care of everything. And so I was like, you know what? I have to save a certain amount of money. So I got to do some things,
So it was a financial plan.
Yeah, I had a plan. And once I got to where I needed to be, then I was able to walk away. And I didn't leave that relationship until he was a little Bow Wow at that time. He was like 5 years old.
Wow.
5, he was 5 or 6, and I left, and it crushed his world.
It did.
It did.
Because he loved his dad?
It wasn't his father.
Oh, it wasn't? It was just someone.
But we lived him, we was together for a while, and that's somebody he was used to being around and growing, he was there.
Wow. And so how was that?
It was brutal.
Yeah.
It was brutal because it's like he was like, basically like I ended the relationship. And so, I was young. For him, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe you left my dad. I don't want to stay with you no more. And that's what happens. And I'm like, and I was always honest, like, this is not your biological father. But it was to the point where, you know what, I still choose me. If you want to go live with him, you can. But I'm not taking another lick from him.
Yeah.
And so.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
Because I know as women, we are often reduced to who we're associated with. And it's a sad place to be.
It's a sad place to be.
It's a sad place to be if you accept it. And it is a rough road when you try to get out of it.
Almost. You have to have a plan.
Yeah.
You have to have a plan.
You have to have a plan.
To me, you have to have a plan.
I feel like the plan, because the plan is what, when things get rough, you can go back to that and be like, okay, well, this is the plan. I know I feel insane, but at least I have steps 1, 2, and 3.
Exactly. And then how they manipulate you. They have you thinking that nobody else wants you. Like, don't nobody else want you, girl. Like, so they really like manipulate the mind and have you thinking a lot of things that they say about you is true. And other people are looking at you and saying the same thing. Even now, like I always say that when you date someone who has been through domestic violence and who's a survivor, there's different things that triggers them. So for me, I always try to be upfront when I'm dating someone in a relationship. I'm like, I'm a survivor of domestic violence, and these are the things that triggers me. So I have to start. I feel if you're talking at me, then for me, I feel like I have to defend myself. You understand? So it's like, don't talk at me. Don't. I think because when you communicate, you don't have to talk at someone. We're communicating. Don't raise your voice. Don't do any of that. Because there's different levels in our voice and different tones. So when I hear those different levels and tones, then it triggers me. Even in my business, no matter what I'm doing, it's like, you can't do that. Because then I'm going to it's going to take me to a whole nother place. And you don't want to meet that girl. Because she's the one that protects me. So I think our alter ego, like sometimes that's our protector. So mine protects me. Like, I need her. You don't like
to tap into that?
No, because she is not a nice girl. But she's protecting me.
Did you find like when you're open and honest and transparent, when you meet a new person and you're considering dating them and you are open, how is that typically received, in the beginning, and then how does it kind of play out?
Well, for me, it's worked because I feel that honesty is the key. And I feel that it's our position to let a person know, this is who I am. These are the things that I've gone through, and these are the things that I don't like. So to me, it gives that other person an opportunity to decide for themselves whether or not they want to enter a relationship with a person. Because if I met a guy and he was like, you know what, I have cheated on every girl I've been with. See, that's a red flag for me. Because I'm like,
would they ever say that though?
I met some guys, they'd be like, I cheated. Okay. Like, that's why we're not together. That's why I'm divorced, because I cheated on my wife or I did whatever. So people are honest. I think that you need to be honest. I feel like, and I feel like for me, I put it on the table. This is who I am. I just did it to somebody. Like, this is who I am. I would say, matter of fact, I have a book, read it. Because if you read this book, you're gonna know how to treat me. I'm very fragile. You're gonna know how to treat me.
So going through navigating everything, having a son in the spotlight, being an entrepreneur and a woman in the spotlight. I know for me, being in the industry, I've always been told to get some thick skin, you're gonna have to that's just business. That's just how it goes. And for me, I never was able to, or even wanted to build this tough exterior. I want to be me. I want to smile. I want to be loving. I want to, be who I am. So I'm finally at a place where I'm like, it's actually working out for me just to stick true to who I am.
Most definitely.
Did you ever, because you were saying how people would view you or try to take advantage of you. Did you ever were you ever at a point where you're like, I need to change how I am and who I am to have success?
I never said that about having success, like I need to change. But I have said, in other areas of my life where, I need to change in order to, to get certain things or do certain things. But I just think that you have to be yourself. You understand? I think that when you're with the right people, then you don't have to be this tough girl. You don't have to be her. I just think, just for me, one of the things that I said, I'm like, my last breakup, I said, I don't ever want to fall in love. I don't want to fall in love.
You said that?
Oh, most definitely. I'm like, I'm never saying a word. I'm never going to say I love anybody. I'm done. I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to be in love. And then I was like, girl, you love love. What are you talking about? You do want to be in love. Stop putting that negative energy in the universe.
Don't claim
So I changed that real quick. I'm like, you know what? I love love. I do want to be in love. I want to experience again. I was like, because I was like, my last relationship wasn't a bad relationship. It just didn't work.
It didn't work.
And it wasn't that we didn't love each other. It's just that, it came to an end. And sometimes, I feel like God makes no mistakes. I feel like God is always one step ahead of us.
I have a friend, we both know her, but I won't say her name, but that she says it's so easy for her to detach.
It's hard for me to detach. It's hard. I'm a Taurus, so I'm gonna cling. I'm gonna hold on to. I can't hold on anymore. I'm gonna fight. It's hard for me to detach because I love hard. I love hard.
Yeah. And so you're gonna exhaust every resource to make it, to see if it can work.
Yes. But I feel like when a person tell you like there's no fighting, then it's like, okay, I can't. Like, if somebody's saying you can't fight for this, I'm done.
Yeah.
Then I think that's tough.
Yeah.
I think it's like, okay, now what do? I can't fight for it and it's over. What?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So
I feel like I have it's hard for me to detach. It takes me a minute.
Me too.
Yeah.
It takes me a minute. It'll take me like if I'm in a relationship, especially if it's a long relationship, I'm not the girl that can get out of a relationship and 2 months I'm in another relationship.
Yeah.
It takes me a minute to heal. Yeah. I got to go through all of it, you know?
You got to rinse them out of your system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to.
Okay, I have a question. People always, I hear often, how I was saying, as women, we get reduced to the people we're associated with. I've dealt with it with female friends and just even in business. It's like, oh, you're such and such's girl or such and such's wife. For you, having a crazy, just so famous son, did you ever feel like, okay, I mean, that's your son, so you love him. You love him so much. But was there ever that dynamic where you were like, hello?
No.
Okay.
Never. I never wanted the spotlight.
Okay.
And there was so many times I had so many opportunities and I just would not do it. I was behind the scenes. That was him. That's his dream.
Yeah.
That was not my dream.
Okay.
That is not my dream to be a celebrity.
Yeah.
That was, and to be honest, it wasn't Bal's dream either because he was 3 and 4 years old. So I just saw talent.
Got it.
And I just went for it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't his dream. That's basically,
Were you a stage mom?
I kind of was. Yeah. I managed his entire career.
Yeah.
Except for now. But that really wasn't Bal's dream.
Okay.
Because he started so young. He was 3, 4, rapping, and 5.
He didn't know. He didn't
know. Mom, I want to be a rapper. No.
You just said,
I saw
too
talent.
adorable. You're
I'm
talented.
You're cute. I'm you are so he's just so talented.
Yeah.
And I'm you can be a model, but I really did not want him to be a rapper. I wanted him to go to college. I'm that mom. You will be educated. You're going to be an educated man. You'll be an educated black man. And you know what? And that's one thing they can't take from you is your knowledge.
Yeah.
That was me. And so I wanted him to, after he went through his fate, the early for 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
And I'm you know what? I don't want you to rap. No, I want you to go to college. I want him to be an attorney. I want him to be a sports agent.
Oh, wow.
That was my dream. So I wanted him to go to college.
Wow.
So no more rapping.
So by the time that age came around, it was just too late. It was he was already in there. And
well, you figure his first album, he was probably 12. I'm bad, guys. Don't quote me on this. I can't remember. But he was probably 12, and at that time, he's 12. I want to be a rapper.
Yeah.
I want to be an actor.
Right.
So I'm okay, but I still you need to go to college.
Yeah.
You got to go to college. You need to be an attorney. You need to be a sports agent. These are my dreams.
Yeah.
But he's nah.
And then, so was that a struggle for you, or how long did it take for you to be all right, I'll leave it alone?
I think when he's probably maybe 16, I'm he's not going to college.
He's not.
I still beg though. I'm please. He's Mom, why would I go to college? Right. Back then he was Mom, why would I go to college? I'm already rich. I'm don't say that rich word. Don't say that. Because, and I raised him to where in our house, there was no such thing as a celebrity. You just a kid and you got a job that pays more than some people, but there's a lot of people that make more than you.
Yeah. So you were keeping him grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never, even now, I don't look at him that way.
Right. Of course.
I don't say a celebrity. We never. I'm what?
But you do realize, obviously, that he.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was it like when you stopped managing him? Was that a mutual decision or?
Oh, it was brutal. Bal fired me, okay? I was devastated.
He fired he was like, Mom,
me.
you can't take me to where I need to go.
No. I took him to the top. So he can't say that. I took him to the top. When I was managing him, he was little Bow Wow, okay? And he was
okay, at the pinnacle. Yeah.
So now this big Bow Wow, I don't know what's going on. Let me stop. But big Bow Wow, I don't know what you're doing.
Right.
But I had little Bow Wow.
You had little Bow Wow. Okay.
So I stopped managing Bow probably about, I would say maybe like 3.5, 4 years ago.
Okay.
So he basically came to me and was like, Mom, I no longer want you to manage me. And I was devastated because I'm like, hold up. Like, you don't want me to manage you? Like, okay. And
you were heartbroken?
I was heartbroken because I didn't understand. And I didn't understand where he was coming from until I read my book. He wrote a letter to me. And it was my book. So basically, after I read the letter, I understood because what he was trying to do, which he will never fire me because I'm always in his business. He's never going to fire me. I'm always in there. But so basically what he was saying was, Mom, you have given so much of yourself to me that I want you to pour into yourself. I want you to do what you want to do.
Got it.
And I was able to open up my store at the Interlock.
Yeah.
So I have a new boutique. It's a lifestyle store. And so now I'm able to live my dreams.
Yeah.
I'm able to do what I want to do.
So after you really learned where he was coming from, you were like, okay, I see that this is like meant to be. This is a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good thing.
So tell me about the new store in the Interlock and how it's like different from previous destinations. Like,
well, first of all, it's on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
We built it from the ground up.
Oh, wow.
My partner and I. And it's a lifestyle store because I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to get back into retail, it has to be something different. And so at the time, because I do boxes, I have a box service, and we're about to launch this service to everybody. So you'll be able to go on our website, you'll be able to sign up for a box once a month.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. And so I've been doing boxes for years.
Yeah, I remember
I've been doing these boxes
Yeah.
forever. So I was going to do like a little small space and have just a space to put the clothes in so I could ship the boxes and like a showroom.
Yeah.
So my partner was like, if you're going to do this, you need to do it big. Like, you coming back, you got to come back strong.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh my God. Like, oh my God, we're about to get into retail again. Oh my God, I already know what it's like. So we had a great opportunity to open up a store at the Interlock on Howe Mill on 14th. The store is a lifestyle store. So we have apparel, men and women's apparel. We have gifts. Oh my God, I have some cool gifts. Because for me, every time I try to buy a present for someone, it's so hard to find cool gifts.
Yeah.
We have cards, which I picked out all the cards, and it's hilarious. The cards are hilarious. So that's the new store.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And we designed it.
That's awesome. Because I did see for a while you've been doing interior.
I went back to interior design.
You look like you have so much fun doing that.
You know what?
You have great taste.
Interior design, like when you're in the interior designer, for me, I always get like these clients that's, on a whole nother level. So their budgets are crazy. And I get to do all my fun stuff, like crazy stuff. Like, I come up with so many crazy ideas and they go for it. So I'll do that for maybe a couple years. I'm like, okay, you guys don't wear me out.
Yeah.
I'm going to retire again.
Yeah.
I have retired from being a designer so many times.
Did you retire already since the last time?
No, I have 2 more clients and I'm about to retire again. I mean, it's just so much work. It's so tedious. It's like a lot of math and sketching and drawing. It's just a lot.
So you actually do the drawing?
Well, my partner, I don't do the drawing anymore. My partner does all the sketching and drawings, and he does all that. I don't have to do that anymore.
Okay.
Thank God.
So what is your favorite part of the design? Is it picking the actual pieces and
I like
color
all of
walls?
All of it. I just like all of it. I like going into a place and gutting it and just come up with all these crazy ideas. And I like building from the ground up.
Got it.
I also like, the furnishing, the furniture.
Yeah.
And the one thing I don't like is I don't like picking out art for clients. They always want me to pick out the art. I'm
Why?
like, it's personal. Like, I don't know. They just let me do whatever I want to do.
So why don't you like it if they let
Because
you do
it
whatever?
don't speak to me.
Oh.
I think art is a personal thing.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the art that I like might not speak to you.
Yeah. And then you ended up spending all that time and then they're like,
No, they keep it. I never experienced it. I just don't like picking out art for other people. They keep it. I never had
anyone be like, no
like
thanks. So it's just so many details. Is it back and forth on a daily basis until it's done?
Yes, it takes a long time. And I don't think we get paid enough.
Okay.
I don't think people really respect us.
Yeah.
You know, I don't. I think that I always say that, you know, hiring an interior designer is a luxury because everybody can't afford us.
Yeah. So you still doing deals?
Oh, I do the bigger deals.
You just not doing the day to day.
No, I don't know. I will only do big deals. Like, you know.
I love that.
But I just feel like for him, I'm like, you know what? You're always buying these daggone do-rags.
Oh, see, that's what takes a woman's touch to be able to see.
Yeah, so I was able to. And then someone called me and was like, "You think I want to, you know, sell some do-rags?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so we grew that business. So now we're in the Walmart stores. We're in every beauty supply store.
Yeah, I see it all the time.
All the time.
Wow.
So that's me.
I love that. I love that.
Yes. So now he's going Urban Outfitters for his we doing like his vintage t-shirts.
Oh, nice.
So we're doing all those at Urban Outfitters. Yeah.
Oh, wow. And they do that at Hot Topic too, don't
Yes.
they? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. You've done so much.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, what is your professional title? Like who are you? Like what do you call yourself in the business world?
I just say I'm an entrepreneur.
Just entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And when someone asks you that, do they ever ask you to go into detail? Like what all do you do?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm an interior designer. I am in fashion. I own a boutique.
Yeah.
I have a book. I'm an author.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I speak.
Have you ever been told to focus on one thing? Oh, you're doing too much.
No. I'm not that girl.
Yeah.
I gotta I'm like kind of like you. I like to be, but I stay in my lane though.
Yeah.
I know fashion. I know like interior design.
Yeah.
So I don't normally like go outside of that box.
Right.
It's always something pertaining to fashion.
Got it.
Or something pertaining to like design stuff.
Right. So in your book, do you talk about some of the, I know you were saying people taking advantage, trying to help women and them not stepping up to the challenge, not meeting you, at where you come. Do you speak about that in the book?
I don't speak about that in the book because that wasn't a part of this journey.
Okay.
Once was her journey, but in my next book, I will talk about that.
Okay, so there will be a next book.
Of course, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, because I feel like that is something we also need to tap in and share our experiences so that we can feel like there is a community of people that, because sometimes I feel like, I'm like, am I the only one?
No.
Am I the only one that is having a rough time, navigating these kind of relationships?
No, so many people.
Yeah.
I just think you have to be careful, choosing your friends.
Yeah.
And I think you have to know the difference between a friend associate and a friend. It's a big difference. Like I have people that I just go out to eat with. I have them in different boxes. Like this person is cool to go to dinner with. This person is cool to travel with. This person, so they're different.
Yeah.
They're in different boxes.
There's different boxes.
Yeah.
That's what everyone keeps saying. I don't know how to do the boxes.
Yeah, you have to.
I gotta learn how to do the boxes.
I used to be like that until you get hurt. Then you be like, okay, you know what? Let me do these boxes. Because everybody, you don't need a lot of friends. I don't think so.
Yeah. Because I feel like I'm always like, okay, if she's going to be my friend, she needs to live in the same city and we need to be able to go to yoga together and we need to be able to go to dinner together and we need to be able to brainstorm ideas together.
No.
I'm like trying to have it all in one.
You can still do that. Like my two best friends, Tracy lives in Chicago and Jen lives in Dallas.
Okay. Do you like Chicago?
I love Chicago.
I don't want to live there?
No.
Okay. Why not?
It's too cold.
Too cold. But you love it.
I love it.
What do you love about it?
The restaurants. It's just, I love it.
Really?
Yeah, they have really good food.
So you just want to eat?
Yep. That's it. I just want to go eat. That's it. I mean, I just want to go to all the restaurants and just eat. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
They have good shopping, great shopping.
They do? Okay.
They do.
In the summertime, I hear it's nice.
Only in the summertime.
Okay.
Spring and summer, that's it.
Spring and summer. So around like coming
September.
now?
Yeah, coming now, like maybe like April, May.
Okay.
It's a good time to go to Chicago.
Okay. I
And
haven't
then-
been to Chicago in years, but the name Chicago just keeps coming up, and I'm just like,
I love
wanna,
Chicago, but it's just cold. It's cold. It's
yeah,
brutal.
yeah. My sister lived in some small little city outside of Chicago, but I stayed with her for a couple of months some years ago, and literally, I didn't want to get out of bed in the morning. It was just like, this is brutal.
I couldn't live there. I'd be fat. Because
Yeah.
all I want to do is eat and go to sleep.
Right? And not be outside enjoying the
can't
weather.
Be active. I couldn't do that now.
So talk to me a little bit about mental health, mental wellness. I just had a beautiful guest come on, and she was talking about being a superhero, knowing she's a superhero, knowing that she is a co-creator with the universe in her life, and she absolutely can do anything. And she's proven to herself that is possible. And at the same time, she struggles with depression. I think that mental wellness is affected by so many things. Do you ever dip down in those low moments, and what do you do to keep yourself going or stay in the right mindset for all the things that you do in life? So
for me, I'm only speaking for myself and what has helped me.
Yeah.
For me, I get to choose. Happiness. I get to choose joy. I get to choose peace. I get to choose what I will allow into my mental space. So I protect that. So anything negative that comes my way, I shoot it down. I'm like, no. Like, no, I can't do it because it's not good for me. And for me, I see my son deal with it, depression.
Yeah.
And I see him fight through it. And I'm always telling him to think of something happy. Like, what makes you happy? Let's think about that. Let's think about your beautiful children. But I also get that you can get so low. Like, mental health is serious.
It's so serious.
Because you get so deep and you hear those voices and all that stuff that they talk about, they hear. And, it's just, I just feel like, you need a therapist.
Yeah.
Like for me, for even my son, I got him a therapist and he's in a great place. He's been in a great place for years. I just think that you got to have somebody you can trust, you can talk to.
Yeah.
But you really do.
Yeah.
Because I'm not the type of person that battles or struggle with depression. I know me, and so I have trained myself to choose happiness and to choose not to allow certain things in my mental space. So I'm very cautious of that.
So you're very intentional.
Almost definitely.
So does it come down to like just replacing your thoughts? Like, because I feel like the stuff that I've learned even is that, we can pass through a thought in the universe. He can have a negative thought. It's in the universe. I could walk to that door and I've passed through his negative thought and now I have a negative thought. Like it can work like that.
Yeah.
Do you ever replace your thoughts? Like you have a negative thought and you're like, okay, I'm going to replace it.
I don't really have I don't really experience that because I have trained my mind not to even go there. I just don't experience it.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Because I'm always thinking about, all the happy things. And I'm always thinking about, for me, it's like just to be alive and just be sitting here talking to you. It's like, that's everything to me. So I'm sure that if I thought about it, if I went home right now and start thinking about some things that can make me sad, then, I'm sure I could be sad, but I just don't choose that. I haven't tapped in that. I don't tap into that.
You have a gratitude journal?
I don't.
Okay. So how did you get here, sis? How did you learn how did you train your mind?
Well, I think for me is I like to meditate.
Okay.
I'm very, very spiritual. So I have a strong relationship with God. I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. And therapy, like I done had a therapist forever.
Yeah.
Like I feel like for me, I needed help. And I've been working on myself for years.
Yeah.
So this is a lot of work.
It's a never ending journey.
Never ending journey. And I think that having a therapist, I have trained with the help of my therapist, over the years, they didn't help me train my mind to where I don't think like that. You know, and I don't, and there's nobody in my circle that thinks like that. Like, we're all very positive, and, you know, and we're all happy and joyful, and, you know, we're like that.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
But I don't really, even when my son comes to me with negative stuff, I'll be like, no.
Yeah.
And I just walk away. I say, I don't want to hear it. I'm able to choose what I want to enter my mind. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't want to hear it. Like, I will hang up on him.
Yeah.
And I do people like that. I'm like, if it's negative, I don't partake in anything negative.
No, some of my family is just like, I'm not the type of person. I've just learned to just like, I just won't engage.
No.
I will not engage with any of the mess.
Like, even like when I go through things in life, I just look at those. To me, those are lessons. You know, some of them are bad lessons, some of them are good lessons, but I guess a lesson learned.
Yeah.
You know, and I just don't stay there.
Yeah.
You know, I just let it go and keep it moving.
That's
and
amazing.
It's like, what did I get from that lesson? Like, what did I get from that?
So you make sure, because a friend of mine, we were talking, and she was like, I regret 70% of my relationships. And I'm like, the word regret, like, because I feel like if you learned from it, then there's nothing to regret because you actually learned something.
Yes, I don't regret. Yeah, no. I don't really regret it. I don't have a lot of regrets.
Yeah.
I don't.
Because you take it as a lesson learned.
I take it as a lesson learned. And it's something that I chose to do.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, you chose it. So it was a lesson. Like, it's a lesson learned. Yeah.
Okay, so question about like how you were saying, it was never your dream to be a celebrity. It was never even your son's dream, but you guys are here. And you went from being always behind the scenes, and then some years ago you were in front of the camera. How was that?
That was hard.
Did somebody have to talk you into it?
Yes. Well, it was our show. So it took me forever to get on that show.
Really?
But yeah, I didn't want to, no.
And what made you say, okay, I'm going to do it?
Because I had to do it. Because I was part of it. You know, it's like, come on, it doesn't make sense. Like, we got this show, and, you know, I don't even talk about the show.
Yeah.
You know, and then finally I didn't want to do it anymore. I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
This is, because, you know, they want you to do certain things, and, you know,
for the camera,
and I'm just not that girl. Like, it doesn't, like, I'm like, for my son to be on camera disrespecting me, that's not real. People know me, and they know my son. They know good and well, Bao disrespecting me on camera, that's not gonna work. You know, like, they know I'm not that type of mom.
Right.
And he's not the type of son to sit there and yell and disrespect me.
Yeah. But it was just like, okay, give the people what they want.
Yeah, and I'm like, they don't want that from us.
Yeah.
Why can't we show something different? Everything doesn't have to be negative. They know that's scripted. If me and Bao are on TV fussing, that's a son that's being disrespectful to his mom, a single mom. No, that's not gonna work.
Right.
That's not who I am.
Did you receive criticism, support, backlash? Like what?
No, I didn't receive anything from that show.
Okay.
That show, because I was so in and out. Like,
okay.
I wasn't really.
You weren't like a staple. Like
no. I was not.
You were supporting.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Okay. But you're out of it now.
Oh my God.
And you would never do it again?
I'm never going to say never. But I wouldn't do that kind of show. It'll be something dealing with fashion, and something dealing with, interior design.
Okay.
And I would love to do like a dating. I don't want to be on the show, but I would love to be like a, like on Love at First Sight.
Yes. I haven't seen it.
What is it? Married at First Sight?
Married at First Sight.
I would like to be the one to interview the girls and guys. Like, I want the couples. I want to be that girl to put them together, because I'm like,
you're a matchmaker? Do you think
I would love to be. I'm good at that.
You are?
Yeah.
Ah,
I would be good at that, because
I can see that for you, because you love love.
I love love. So I'm like, this is not going to work. I'm like, because some of these people, I'm like, y'all know.
Right.
Now, you can't have somebody on the show who he's not together and he's living at home with his mom, and they trying to get married. Where are they gonna like? That doesn't work.
It's not making.
It's not making any sense. And I know you have to have some little bit of drama or whatever, but you can't do that. And they don't last. They get divorced at the end.
That's all you think is like, is it just for the show? Like,
yeah, you're doing it for the show. Like, who's screening these people? Like, I would love to do that.
So you would get into television content production.
Yeah.
That might be a future venture. Would you ever do like a HGTV type of thing? I could see that.
You know
like
what?
a high end, like.
We were talking about doing something like that. Yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. I could so see that.
Because one partner and I, we're pretty funny.
Yeah.
I drive him insane.
So is it still possibly on the table for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
That's exciting.
But it's like, when do I have time? You know?
Yeah. No, right. Finding the time. How do you, what is your go-to? Like, do you have, like, you said you meditate. And that's like is that a daily thing?
I try to do it every single day. I might miss maybe 1 or 2 days, but I try to do it every day.
And that just like, what are the things that center you in your day or in your week that help you to manage like all your roles?
I think meditation. I think in the mornings, like when I meditate, I quiet my mind and I'm in a quiet space and I'm able to just have these conversations with God and myself and just, you know, and just asking God to guide my steps. And what I always say this 99% of the time, when I wake up, I'll be like, thank you, Heavenly Father, for allowing me to open my eyes. And I'll say, God, what is it that you want me to do for you today?
Yeah.
So you guide my steps and I'll follow. You're my leader. I trust you.
And that's how you start your day.
I start my morning and then I go into my meditation.
Got it. You've always been so like in shape and fit. Like are you a 7-day a week workout?
You know what? To be totally honest, I haven't worked out in so long.
What are you doing, girl?
Girl, I just went through some things in my life.
Okay.
And I just lost all this weight. So I don't even know.
Is it recent? But you've always been like slim and trim.
Yeah,
now.
but I lost probably like about 25 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. In the last few, like last year?
No, within probably the last maybe 4 to 5 months.
Because you didn't want to eat. Gotta be.
No, I got just, you know, I'm the type of person that when I'm going through stuff, I lose my appetite. Some people that when they're going through things,
they gain an appetite.
They gain an appetite. I'm the opposite. So I have no desire to eat. It's like, I don't even crave food. I don't even think about it. So I drink mostly, I live on protein shakes.
Got it.
Because I just don't have an appetite.
Yeah. Do you make them at home or do you go get them?
Girl, I buy muscle milk. I put that in the refrigerator and I drink it.
Muscle milk is good.
It's good, right?
It's really good.
That's in my refrigerator. That's my grocery.
Oh, wow. Is that all you have in the fridge right now?
That's it.
I'm coming over.
We're going to have some muscle milk.
I'm bringing you a basket.
No, I'm not going to eat it.
You're still not hungry?
No.
Not even today?
No, I haven't had anything but a shake. That's all I've had all day.
And you're not hungry?
Nope.
Do you have a cocktail from time to time?
Of course.
So that's muscle milk in a cocktail?
No, I want to have a cocktail, but I'm not a big drinker either.
Yeah, me either.
I might have a cocktail like, you know, maybe once when I get with my girlfriends.
Yeah.
Then we'll have a cocktail. But other than that, I'm not the girl to sit at home and have a drink.
Yeah.
But I have a bar though, but I don't really drink.
Okay. It's just for when guests come over? I love that.
I don't really drink. I'm not heavy on that.
You're such a girl's girl.
I know. I love being a girl's girl. I love it.
You're so warm and sweet every time I see you. That's such a blessing.
Thank you.
Yeah. When are you your happiest?
When am I my happiest? When I'm at my store.
Okay.
Oh my God. I love like my customers
Yeah.
and, my regular customers come in and, we chit chat and they just seeing women try on clothes and they feel pretty and they let me dress them and they feel like, oh my God, I would have never worn this.
Yeah.
And just seeing like, it's just like, I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And I think I'm the happiest. I'm happy when I'm with my granddaughter and my grandson and when I'm around my son. Because right now he's at my place. He's been staying at my place for like 3 weeks.
Oh.
because his house isn't ready. So
Okay.
he's staying with me. And
You love it?
at first I thought I was going to kill him. But because, he comes with baggage.
Okay.
He comes with some of his friends.
Yeah.
And he likes to smoke. So I'm not a smoker.
And you don't smoke? Okay.
No.
Not even a little joint here and there? Okay.
I'm allergic to smoke. So, so I'm allergic to it. I can't smell it. So with him, I'm like, I smell smoke. And he's like, Mom, I'm outside. But I can smell it.
Yeah.
But so that was one of the things that I didn't like.
Yeah.
But now I'm gonna miss him. We bonded, we got to bond, and I'm gonna miss him when he leaves.
Oh, well, yeah, hold on to it tight before he's gone.
He's leaving in 2 days. I'm not gonna hold on to it that tight.
Okay. You miss him, but not that much.
Not that much. Like, he needs his own place. He needs his own place. And then he likes to cook.
Oh.
I don't cook in my house. My house is like a model home. I don't want people to cook in my home.
So it's just muscle milk.
Yes, that's it. That's the only thing that's in my refrigerator.
And so you go out if you ever want anything.
Yeah, go grab it. I don't want to cook in my house.
Oh, I love
And I want to
cook
with oil and all that stuff, and it smells, and no.
Oh, yeah. Is he frying wings?
No, like he cooks no, he don't fry wings.
Okay.
But he still cooks food that smells, and I don't like it. My house is like a vibe.
I can tell. You make sure the vibe stays consistent.
It stays consistent. The lights are all the same shade.
No, but I love that because you are creating your space.
Yeah, it's
what
my
you
space.
Want. Yeah, and you're not budging.
No,
you know
I don't
what you
like
need.
People's energy. Like, people have different energy, and he want to bring people to my home, and I'm like, no. And I can feel when somebody's energy is bad. I'm like, wow, who was in my house? And then I can look at my phone. So I'm talking to him like, why are you guys outside?
Oh, you're on
I
the
can
Ring?
see him. Oh yeah. Well, I don't have Ring. I have something else.
Is it Nest? What are the? No,
I don't
Nest
have
is
that.
okay.
I don't know what
it's
it is.
Another one.
Whatever it is. But they're like, what? I'm like, what are you doing? They're like, oh shit, she can see us and hear us. Yeah, talk back. You're smoking outside. You're smoking, like, yeah. So he just
funny.
comes with a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. I've always seen you at the forefront of your store. You're an author. You are managing Bow. And have you ever had a team? And do you work better on your own, or if you ever had a team, did you enjoy that?
Well, on the interior design side, we do have a team because we have contractors, we have, everything. So we have to have a team.
Okay, got it.
So I have a great team of people working for us. My business partner, he's great.
Okay.
My staff at my store, great.
Okay.
So I have a good team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you love your team.
I love my team, my social media team. I love.
Okay, great.
I think that in order to get to the top, you have to have a great team. I think you can't, to me, I don't think you can get there by yourself.
You can't. I don't agree. I don't think you can
You
either.
need a team.
You absolutely, 2 minds is better than one, and then obviously just keep going.
Yeah.
As long as you have the right people that are aligned with the same vision.
Yes.
Same morals, same values, and then you can just kill it.
Yes.
Okay, so last question. What does the next 3 years look like? What does the next 3 years look like for you?
See, I get asked that question a lot.
You do?
And my answer is, I don't know. It's whatever God wants for me.
Okay.
I never know because I don't know I don't know what's next for me.
Is there anything that you desire or want?
Of course.
God's will?
Yeah, exactly. I just feel like we don't really, for me, I don't get to choose that. I really trust God to choose that for me, and it always works. Because even like my store, like that was God. That was not me.
Really?
The way that definitely was not me.
Yeah.
I was like, what, to build a store?
Yeah.
And how it happened?
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
Wow.
So I just feel okay. So of course, I want my business to be very successful.
Yep.
I want my box business to really take off to a whole nother level.
Yeah. Are you relaunching that? Or,
Yeah,
okay.
well, I never really launched it
Okay,
because it's
you
just
were
been
just
all
doing it.
because most of my box customers are, they're in the industry.
Got
so
it.
everybody's in the industry. Normally it's like a basketball player's wife or girlfriend or, it's, an actress and, it's that.
Yeah.
But I never really tapped into like corporate America because there's a lot of people who don't like to shop.
You're going to go crazy.
I'm going to go crazy. I can't wait.
That's exciting.
I'm excited about that.
That's super exciting. So when does that look like that's happening?
So I'm thinking we're going to launch that probably like the end of March, by the end of March.
Okay.
We're working on it now.
Got it. That's
so
exciting.
that's gonna be good.
Yeah. I'm excited.
I've been trying
for
to
you.
do that forever.
That's
That's what I
exciting.
mean by having a great team.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't
To
do that by
execute it.
myself. But my partner, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was able to come in there and he Like Michael is really good.
Shout out to Michael.
Shout out to Michael. He's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, he's
Aw.
good. It's like it's like, you know how you're thinking something and you don't know how to do it?
Yeah.
It's like I can think something and he knows how to implement it.
Ah.
Yeah, and I don't.
Yeah.
I'm good for like selling the clothes. I'm good for picking out the clothes. I'm good for curating the store. I'm good for all that. But the back end part of it, I'm not good at that.
Okay. So it makes sense for someone to partner with
that you trust that can do that. Like he's so good.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
Yeah, that's a super blessing.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get out of here, I want you to just tell everyone where they can shop with you, where they can find you on social media.
Okay. So guys, you better come and shop with me. The name of the store is The Taste Boutique. We're located 1115 Howell Mill Road, and that's at the Interlock.
Yes.
It's really cool down there. They have like a lot of restaurants.
Yeah, I love that
They
spot.
have the rooftop.
Yep.
I love
the
that.
Bell Yard or something like that?
Yeah, they have the Bell Yard. No, they have the rooftop, LOA.
Oh, okay. I haven't been there.
Oh, that's so nice.
Okay.
It's upstairs. It's
Gotta
really
check it
nice.
out.
And then they just opened Humble Pie.
Oh, cute.
Which is pizza. It's really good. It's a cool
nice.
area.
Yeah, I love that area. West Midtown?
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a spot.
And my book, you can buy my book at Amazon, Books A Million, Barnes and Nobles, and of course you can buy it from me, The Taste Boutique.
Yes.
I have an online store. I feel like I'm just plugging all my stuff. Plug it, right?
Plug it.
So I've been online for like over 10 years.
Yeah.
So the online store is thetasteboutique.com. So my book, you can get it there. What else can I plug? Oh, if you need a cool interior designer before I retire. You can also go to my our interior design page. It's not The Taste, tasteinteriordesign.com.
Okay. Yes, and we'll make sure we'll tag all that stuff in our video. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kayla.
Teresa.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I love you so much.
Yeah,
You're
I love
such
you
a
too.
sweet, gentle spirit.
And
Thank
so
you
are
for joining us.
So are you.
Today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Good luck.
See you guys next time.